In a dim-lit tavern, smoke in the air, I gathered my friends with stories to share. We rolled out the dice, our hearts beating fast, in a world of magic where legends are cast. Fortunes favor the bold, or so they say. With a roll of the dice, we will find our way. Cards on the table, fate in our hands. In this life of fantasy, together we stand. Through dungeons we wander with courage our guide. The thrill of adventure we'd never subside. With each unearthed secret and each cautious step, we chase down our futures on every chance left. Fortunes favor the bold, or so they say. With a roll of the dice, we will find our way. Cards on the table, fate in our hands. In this life of fantasy, together we stand. We summoned our courage as the lanterns dimmed. A beholder lurking with intentions grim. With blades at the ready, an incantation strong. The taste of vengeance, we will right the wrong. Fortunes favor the bold, or so they say. With a roll of the dice, we will find our way. Cards on the table, fate in our hands. In this life of fantasy, together we stand. The bard sang a shanty of battles won and lost. As laughter echoed, we counted the cost. We dined upon a feast at the spit and grease. The smell of ale and the fires warm below. We gathered our party, ready to go. Fortunes favor the bold, or so they say. With a roll of the dice, we will find our way. Cards on the table, fate in our hands. In this life of fantasy, together we stand. So here's to the warriors, the magic and might. To friends who stand tall through every dark night. With a toast to the journey and mugs in the air, we'll write our own story with fortunes laid bare. Or so they say. With a roll of the dice, we'll find our way. Cards on the table, fate in our hands. In this life of fantasy, together we stand. So let's gather again under starlit skies, with echoes of laughter and our dreams on the rise. In this tale of legends, where magic is spun, we will keep rolling the fates till our journey is done.
Alright, so just so I get an idea of which way you want to be walking, we're just going to take the main road down Snail Street here.
I don't see where you're pinging, if you're pinging something.
Like, okay, I hit okay. Snap players to view.
I see it now. Snail Street, yeah.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep. Alright, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Because you're...
So we head out from Portal Lane down onto the main roadway.
Yeah.
Here, and then head down. Got it.
Yep. And down towards Fillet Lane, where you were told.
Which is...
Ah,
So I'm not seeing Fillet Wing.
Here, give me a sec. There, it hit snap players to view.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah. And you get to about this intersection
Mhm.
on Snail Street, right?
Yeah.
When you come upon a bit of an unfortunate scene.
oh no.
Yep. And so give me a second. Oh, it is not like that. Let's see here. Let me hit and that, snap that to view.
Oop, map disappear.
Yep, and I'm going to
Oh,
What the fuck? Bro?
what?
this.
Yeah. Alright, so there's the and then yeah, and then show. Yeah, so you come upon this scene right here. Which you know, not exactly a nice one. Right?
Hmm.
Hold on. Showing this camera's size is a bit of a pain in the dick. Yeah. And what you see is just fucking bodies, like, littering this intersection of the street, and 12 guards just sort of positioned at the intersection, trying to keep, you know, trying to sort of just, like, regulate the flow of pedestrians and all that, if
Mhm.
that is indeed the way you're going, but also trying to keep out any sort of, people trying to get a closer look, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and you
So-
also know...
So looking and seeing these guards, would I see these as like the guardsmen of like Waterdeep?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, you know these are the protectors of Waterdeep. These are the guards of the city that
Mhm.
are trying their best to deal with everything, but when there's impending gang war, it's not exactly easy to keep things under wraps. And just down the street, you notice a couple of, like, gang members, a couple of thugs, just being fucking pinned down and tied up by the City Watch.
Hmm.
As you're approaching, a guard says, "Halt! What business do you have through here?" As the tiny goat shakes.
We were heading to the Skewered Dragon to meet up with a friend. This is awful. What happened? If it's okay for me to ask.
Well, I'm sure you've heard of the rising tensions as of late in the city. Unfortunately, and he gestures to the people on the ground, those are the Zentarim. And the ones we've arrested seem to be some of Xanathar's men. We just got the call. Not but a couple of minutes ago. Seems that someone was waiting for someone here, and, well, it turned into a bloodbath.
I kind of turn and I look at Rouse and Tiger and kind of like give them a knowing look without saying anything.
Do I know what this look means? Should I roll to know what this...
If you want to do an insight check, you go ahead.
Four. Never mind. I
Yeah.
nod back, but then I just start shaking my head. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, the only thing you know for sure is that there's a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guard sighs, and he says, and the city's going to fucking hell. Next thing you know, it'll be another fucking Baldur's Gate.
I know what he's talking about, right?
You've heard tale.
Okay, so I guess I'll just reply to him and be like, well, let's hope that it doesn't come to that. May we pass, or aid you in some way, if it's possible? After all, both of these parties, as far as I'm aware, are not good for anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's... He goes, well, the group we have here, we have this in hand, but and he just turns over and he shouts over to this guard, and he's like, we will have someone escort the three of you on through if you do need to get through.
Okay.
So you see all the other guards just sort of like, kind of like, making sure nobody else is like trying to walk through and everything. And they lead you, you know, ideally around all the bodies and the blood and everything. Like you go through, you see that there's, 6 or 8 different bodies just on the ground. Hard to tell who belongs to what faction, but it is not a good scene. It seems that Volo wasn't really exaggerating on any of this.
Those 3 bandits over there, they're still alive? Are they the guys who did it?
They were at the scene and arrested. You can see passing by that they are covered in blood, but they are also completely like bound and arrested.
Okay. I'll ignore them then.
Yeah.
They can't do shit. I'm not gonna bother.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like whisper to Rouse and Tiger and say, I think we should probably be on our way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go. Let's hurry. I don't want to be here anymore. Not bad.
And on your way out, the one guard notices the way you're dressed, and he says, "Hey, asks you, you from around here?"
Who's he asking?
Runa, or rather, all of you.
So are we on the other side now here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to put us over here.
Yep.
And I'm just going to say, nope, afraid not, and just continue on my way.
Yeah. And he stops. walks up, stops you for a sec, and hands you a slip of paper. And he says, "Well, if you're not around here, then just to make sure everyone's on the up and up, he hands you a copy of the Code Legal."
Ah,
Wait, he answers us a copy of what?
The Code Legal.
Oh,
It is
a
in
book of
Discord.
laws?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
It's basically a book of laws.
Kind of, it's one sheet.
Oh.
And again, it is in the Discord.
there are laws in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Or as my pirates might say, more like guidelines, really.
Yep.
Who did he hand it to?
Me.
Yep.
Could I see that real quick?
Sure. And I just kind of like pass it to Rossi, like, here, if you're interested.
Yeah. And I just read it while
Read it while what?
we walk,
Alright.
because it's rules, and I'm a big fucking nerd.
Yep. Well, crimes against the city, treason is death, theft is flogging, followed by imprisonment up to a 10-day hard labor,
Yeah.
followed up to a 10-day, hard labor up to a year, or fine equal to the value of the stolen goods. Oh yeah, there's also assaulting, blackmailing, burglary, damaging property, disturbing the peace, murdering a citizen without justification.
I would never burgle or murder.
No, but I murdered 3 people already.
Listen, they started it. It's fine.
Yeah. Robbery, murdering a citizen with justification. Slavery, using magic to influence a citizen without consent. Crimes against the gods, including assaulting a priest.
Ooh.
Public blasphemy against a god or church.
Assaulting a priest. Is it dead ass backwards? Never mind. It's fucked up.
God.
Espionage, fencing stolen goods, forgery, hampering justice, littering, poisoning. Oh, sorry, poisoning a city well. Vandalism. Yeah, this is a list of do's and don'ts within the city of Waterdeep. And since you're visitors and they don't quite know who you are, I felt the need to hand it off just as a precaution, seeing as how things are turning out.
I'll simply turn to the guard and say, thank you so much. I'll make sure that me and my compatriots stay up to tip-top shape.
I'll read these rules front and back, don't you?
Wonderful.
And I promptly, turn away, kind of, tilting my hat down to, obscure my face, as to try to not have this person, see my face as much as they need to.
Yeah. All right. All right. So, now as you've gone past the guards, well, really just were escorted past the scene of brutality, you see on the corner of the street, might I remind you, let me get it down over here, crank that down, snap players to view, yeah, see on that corner, a weird, peculiar looking shop from the outside.
Hmm.
The light seems to have this soft, appealing lavender glow to it. And the sign says, Old Zoblob Shop.
Zoblog?
Zoblob.
Uh-huh. What was the first word?
Old.
Old? Okay,
Old Zoblob Shop.
right. Okay.
And as you're about to walk past it, what catches your eye in the window is that it's a stuffed beholder.
Uh-huh.
Just sort of mounted in a, mouth open, like about to attack position.
Yeah. I want to go to the window and look through it and see if I can see anything else that doesn't scare the fuck out of me.
Alright. So, let's bring... no, not that. God damn it. Alright, and so... Show. There we go. Yep, and looking in, what you can see, you see the beholder right here, but you see just this almost ultraviolet, like, snap player's view, this almost like shop with just various things on its shelves.
Are you guys seeing a map?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm not seeing a map.
I'm hitting snap players to view.
Yeah, I see our icons and shit, but I just see a gray screen.
Hmm.
Hold on. I click reconnect.
Alright.
Let me... Oh, there we go. I just backed out, came back in. Okay, there we are.
Yeah.
Fixed.
It's almost like ultraviolet, like lavender light throughout. You see the shelves are lined with various bits and baubles, just random items here and there.
Neat.
Do you guys want to go inside?
Sure, why not?
Tiger.
Sure.
Alright.
Guess we're going in.
So you all head inside and immediately... Oh, shit. That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny.
What just happened?
We just
Okay, so Adam, try and pick up and move roll save. Okay, that was unintentionally hilarious.
Reality stopped working for a second. Jesus.
Yep. Torn asunder.
Compelled by the power of the DM.
You suddenly find yourself ripped from reality and adrift in the astral sea.
Cool.
Thereupon which an astral dreadnought faces you down. No. Yeah. And so you catch the eye of the Deep Gnome shopkeep. Very bit of an older fellow, but very enthusiastic. Says, "Welcome to my shop, Old Zoblobs."
Are you Zoblob?
Yes and no. You see, Zablob was the name of that there beholder in the window. But people just kind of started calling me that. So, I have become Old Zablob. Looks at you with his eyes wide open, beard like curling to a point, hands out, Seems to be a very weird character.
I make my way walking over to the counter and say, "Well, Zablob, what do you sell exactly?"
Well, I sell all manner of things. What? He says, take a look. What catches your eye? And roll a D100 for me.
Okay, I don't have a D100 on tabletop.
Yeah.
You can't do it on.
Yeah, you can.
Let's say.
That's
Yeah.
the last option after D20.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had the thing squished a little bit. Okay.
I was gonna say, I know that's on there. I saw it.
79.
79, alright.
Better than the 1490.
Alright. So, what you see is what looks to be a fairly nice, just sort of bronze ring. Amidst all this, items, amidst, what seems to be a party invitation, or, an old key, a rabbit's foot, a glass eye, different like vials filled with shit. What you see, what catches your eye, is this brass, bronze, whatever. You know the color I'm going for. Ring, with what seems to be a ruby set into it.
Can I tell what it is?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. I believe my investigation is +1, but just to double check. Yeah. 15.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen items like this before. You can definitely tell that it is probably magical in some nature.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a fair idea that because of the gem choice, it's probably related to fire.
Okay. Can I do an Arcana check to kind of figure out what that enchantment might be?
I could.
Hmm?
I could if you want me to.
We can know.
I have good Arcana. It's +3. Just saying.
Whoever wants to do it can do it.
I'll do it. I come over. And
Yep. As a Zablob notices you looking at the ring, he says, "You have quite a good eye."
I do.
Well, I mean, I was the one looking at the ring.
Yeah, Runa, who was staring at it. But you said you were coming over to do a check on it?
Yeah, I got a 17.
Alright. So, and he... I'm going to DM you something, Adam. But...
Okay.
And he said... And old Zablob says, that would be my ring of fire detection. It can detect fire within 10 feet, be it behind wall, be it behind stone, be it behind metal, be it behind wood. And yeah, Adam, that's the info you get from it.
Can I relay this?
If you want to.
I take the ring and look at it closer, and then I turn to Shayde and go, while it is a ring of fire detection, I think he's mistaken. The range is for touch. Probably about 5 feet at most. 10 feet is a little too far for something like this. And then I turn to Zoblob and go, but that's okay, everybody makes mistakes.
Well, I assure you, I got the details from the crafter themselves.
I look at Ralze, and then I look at Zoblob and be like, look, to be honest
As
with
he
you,
just grins at you.
I'm more inclined to believe my friend here. What type of bullshit are you trying to pull here? Because, I mean, if it was as you said it was, and not as my friend said it was, then what's it even worth anyways? I don't even know if I'd spend a dragon on this. Is everything in your shop just bits and bobs of useless shit? Or is there actually something of worth here?
As I said, I got the information from the maker themselves. Hold on. Alice, quit trying to eat my fucking chips.
Why would Zoblob say that?
Who is Alice?
No, she's like literally chewing into the bag. Like, look at that shit. It's in general here. And she's stealing my shit. That is my pencil. All right, and so Zoblob, quote unquote, says, "Sorry, fucking pets." As you see a pair of animate gloves running around, taking shit.
Oh, all that was canon?
Yes, I'm making it.
Excellent.
Yeah, no, it's a pair of gloves that are like bound together by like the, you know, like how some like leather gloves would have like a string on them and shit, like at the wrist. They're like tied together, but like they're just filled with random stuff and they're moving on their own. They're just trying to take shit and fill it with it.
Great.
You and he's
Wonderful.
going, fucking pets. They can be a handful sometimes.
I'd like to look around for some other stuff, not the ring.
All right. Everyone that wants to look, make a D100 roll.
32.
I'm gonna look around over here.
Will do.
32.
I got 46.
Alright.
Which one?
All right. So, Runa, what you find is a knife, like kitchenware knife, not like a stabby. I mean, it can be a stabby knife, but you know.
Any knife could be a stabby knife if brave
Yeah.
enough.
But it seems to be nice, made of silver, and you recognize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this knife used to be a kitchen knife in where you lived in Neverwinter. What'd you say, Adam?
I said every knife can be a stabby knife.
No, the roll.
Oh, what did I say? 46.
46?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see what appears to be a long dead and mummified sprite inside a clear glass bottle.
Oh
Just
no!
like in fetal position, mummified.
Oh no! I don't like that.
Did Erin roll?
I
Yeah.
got a 51.
A what?
51.
51?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you see is a dead scare beetle about the size of your hand.
Oh, fuck. And you got big kitty
What the
hands.
fuck does that do? Just a dead beetle?
Yes.
Garbage. Absolute garbage.
So taking a better look at this knife, like you said it was silver, right?
Yep.
Okay. Can I tell anything else about it?
I mean, other than that, you are just about 100% sure that you've seen this knife several times growing up.
I'm gonna pick up the knife and I'm gonna walk over to Zabal and be like, "Where did you get this?"
I get these things from all over.
Do you
Most are just handed to me as some sort of payment.
who gave this to you?
Oh, I'm sure it was just... Oh. I don't remember the specifics of most items, unless they're particularly interesting. But that... probably just some thief. I don't ask questions.
You don't keep a log.
Oh. With the people I deal with, they prefer not to be found.
So you're sure it was just a thief? Did they
Yes.
say where they got this?
Nope. I am given items. I give coin.
How about
Sometimes
this?
advice.
Instead of the knife, I'd rather have the information about the knife. Is that worth something to you?
Here, make an insight check.
Okay. Insight. Okay. 7.
Alright. He just looks to you, keeping up the same facade. And he says, I truly have no idea where that knife came from. But if you want it, it's always for sale.
I'm gonna try and intimidate.
Alright, go for it.
Getting good.
Right.
It's getting good.
11. God, my rolls suck.
Yeah.
So what's the plan for getting the knife? Doing it.
So, either way, to play this out, I pull out my knife, jam it into the table in front of me, and say, well, if you don't tell me where this is going, or what this knife is from, I can tell you where this knife is going.
And he looks to you. He says, well, I wouldn't be so keen on that. As he snaps his finger, and you notice on the mummified beholder, one of the eye stalks points towards you.
I simply just say, oh, wow. Well played. And I sheath the blade.
As I thought.
I simply sigh and walk over to where Raza is. And see what Raza is looking at.
Alright,
Still
yeah.
looking,
Hmm?
I'm still looking sadly at the little sprite.
Yep. Just fetal position, mummified, inside the sealed glass bottle.
FYI, I didn't put the knife back. I'm still holding on to it.
Yep.
I see the knife, and my mind is taken immediately.
You're cutting up pretty bad on him.
I look over and I notice the knife, and it distracts me enough for me to ask it, see if I can figure anything. I guess.
If you
I
can...
guess, what?
I said if you can what?
Figure anything out about the knife. Like I did for the ring. So I want to make sure if you're going to buy something to be worth it. I don't know.
I mean, if you want to make a check, just make whatever check you feel necessary.
For a knife?
I mean, yeah.
I'll just do insight, I guess. That's a good general kind of.
Well, so insight is like insight into what someone's saying, like their words.
Oh. Investigation?
All right.
17 plus 3. 20, baby.
All right. Yeah. It's a really elegant. It's a pretty like elegant silver knife. You know, kitchen knife. I think it'd probably be worth about 10 or so gold.
Alright. I relay that information to Shayde.
Simply just say thank you, Rosemary. What did you find?
The only thing I found was the sprite was mummified, and I got real sad.
Yeah, and you just see this very macabre item on the shelf.
I'd like to investigate it.
Go for it.
Yeah, so it doesn't
15.
put out clicks.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, but someone definitely trapped it beyond its will, kept it in there, and just never let it out. It's fucking it's fucking just dark eye sockets staring at you.
So this is just a bunch of like odds and ends kind of junk stuff.
Yeah. It is a shifty ass store.
So kind of looking through things, can I glean if there's anything of actual use here?
Oh man. Of any actual use?
Yeah.
I'm sure that most of this probably has use to the right person. But let's see here. Yeah.
I mean, if you want, I could like roll like an investigation check at disadvantage because there's so much crap in here.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. $11.
Nice.
You are not having good luck.
Yeah. What
Also,
you
go ahead first.
Yeah, no. What you see is you're mostly looking at like your height and above. You're not so much paying attention to that bottom shelf, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're just finding everything within like eye view of you is very like just kind of random.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So we just have some weird shit.
yeah. You know, you see just, fucking a tiny silver skull. You know, the hilt from a broken sword. A random candle. An urn.
What color's the candle?
Like bone white.
Okay.
Like an off-white, you know?
I sigh, just feeling defeated, and I walk back over by the counter. Just kind of hang out, waiting to see if Ralsei and Tiger are kind of done.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The moment I rolled to see a beetle, I was just.
I mean, it's a big-ass beetle.
Yeah, as big as your hand.
I turn to Zoblop here, and I say, well, I'm not seeing a whole lot, but you might not happen to have a stone key, would you?
Would it happen to be magical at all?
Yes.
Alright, and so you can see he just sort of like moves so that you're like out of view, looks at all the and he goes walking around down the aisles.
Okay, so he moved out of view, right? So he's not looking at me, I'm not looking at him.
No, and you see his and his eyes are, you know.
Okay, I'd like to, while he's not looking at me and I'm not looking at him, you know, we're out of each other's eyesight, I'd like to tuck the knife into my jacket.
Dylan?
Alright, roll stealth check.
Stealth, or do you want me to do sleight of hand?
Either one.
Okay. Well, stealth is... I have higher stealth, so... Okay. 9.
Oh my god.
How much did you roll?
9.
I rolled just.
Yeah, every eye stalk on that beholder turned back to you. The stuffed beholder.
So Rossi said it was worth, what, 10 gold?
Yes, but you never asked him how much it was worth.
I pull
You
out
never
my...
asked what the price was. You have never asked what the price for it was.
I know.
Rosa just gave you an estimate.
I pull out my coin purse and I start, you know, counting out some gold and putting it in my hand. Waiting for him.
Mm-hmm. So he's walking through and he didn't find a magical key. However, he did bring up 2 other magical items for you. One that seems to be just a simple nightcap, and the other one seems to be a small, sort of like metalwork crab.
Uh-huh.
He's like, well. And you also notice that only 2 of the eye stalks are looking at you. Like they moved away as soon as you're as soon as you started counting out some gold and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, well, what I didn't find any magical key. However, I found this nightcap and this tiny little toy crab, it would seem.
And what do those do?
Well, I'm not sure what the crab does. But... And he flips out the inside the nightcap, and you see like this little tag thing in there, this little tag slip. He pulls out, he reads it. Apparently this nightcap will give you pleasant dreams if you wear it.
The shit you've seen, Rousey.
I'd like to do a Arcana check on the crab.
Alright, go for it.
Crabe.
Alright, yeah, my Arcana is only a +1, but 8.
God damn.
I mean, you can tell there's something going on with it, but not anything specific.
I kind of...
Nope.
I was just gonna say, I turned to Rouse and go like, hey, you're smart. Could you take a look at these and see what you think?
Sure. I take both things and look them over
Alright.
So Arcana checks for both things?
Yes. Two separate
Alright,
ones.
Oh, fuck.
Two separate ones, but tell me which one you're doing first.
Alright. I got a 4 and a 20. So for the 4, I guess I'll do the nightcap. For the 20, I'll do the crab.
I'll let slide this time, but when I ask which one you're doing first, that is before you roll.
Oh. I had already rolled the second time.
Yeah, just for future reference.
Okay.
Just because you're not exactly supposed to be able to pick and choose which rolls go where, unless you have a thing that tells you you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for the nightcap, yeah, you believe him on it. It's definitely magical, and you didn't glean anything extra from it, so you're inclined to believe it is as he says it is. As for the crab, what you learn is that it's a tiny mechanical crab that moves when it is not being looked at.
Oh.
Yep.
Alright. I turn to Shade. As far as I can tell, the nightcap is exactly what he says it is. The crab seems to be mechanical, and I think it's enchanted to move when which is unsettling, but I guess we could maybe use it for something if you feel so inclined.
So, Zack,
Yes.
I have the bad reputation skill, right?
Yeah.
Which, as it states, says no matter where I go, people are afraid of me due to my reputation. So when I'm in a civilized settlement, I can get away with minor criminal offenses, such as refusing to pay for food at a tavern or breaking down doors, etc. Right?
Yeah.
So I'd kind of like to utilize bad reputation here. And look at Zoblob and say, I don't know if you know who I am, but my name is Captain Shayde Reynard. And I'm almost positive that this knife was from my family. So I think I'll be keeping it. And as I am thoroughly unimpressed with your ways, I'm not paying a damn thing and I'm leaving. And I don't want your nightcap or your crab. And I start walking towards the door.
He just shrugs and says, well, that is a shame. As you can see, every single eye stalk on the beholder is watching you and studying you on your way out.
Do we get to leave, though?
That's up to you.
Well, I want to leave. I haven't seen any since I came.
Looking out, I get to about, say, here. I turn and look back at him and say, again, I am taking this. And I would suggest keeping your beholder thing on a leash. Whatever it is that it thinks it's doing, don't. Or I might return here with the Crimson Corsairs.
And he replies, I don't control it. Xanathar does.
That's that guy.
Now Xanathar knows your face. So good luck with that one.
That's that guy we were gonna fight.
That's fine. I'm sure he already does. After all, I frequent this place anyways. And maybe he should know better than to take things from my family. After all, if you got it from a thief, I'm assuming it was one of his. And I walk out the door.
It's a pity you're not as smart as well dressed you are.
I just walk out.
Yep.
I will go to.
So are we still close enough to go and walk to those guards?
Let's see here. That'd be like halfway back. And you're on the road you need to be on.
Right. Part of me wants to go back and just tell them that this dude's in league with Xanathar. Well, I'll turn to Rousey and Tiger and be like, well, apparently he does have eyes everywhere.
We'll just have to be extra careful, I suppose. That's all we can do for now.
He sends more guards. More people get what they will. Fuck.
That's it.
I apologize if this, me taking this little trinket, brings us any undue harm, but to be fair, I honestly do believe this is something that used to belong to my family.
Well, as much as I don't condone stealing, I think it could be justified this time.
So are y'all heading on your way?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, just 2 doors down the, there's about 2 or 3 doors down the road. You see a sort of a really fucked up looking building.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see the sign, there, you see that there's like, you know how there's those signs that like stick off from a pole, right?
Yeah.
And hang over? Yeah, the actual sign, the pole's there, the actual sign is just leaning up against kinda near where the door is. All the front windows seem to be completely shattered in, some jagged bits of glass still remaining.
Ooh.
Yep. The sign says the Skewered Dragon. At least you assume it says the Skewered Dragon. A couple of letters are rubbed off, but you get the gist of what it's saying. And on the inside, you can see a bunch of real rough-looking motherfuckers drinking from pretty big tankards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just got salty spittoon vibes of just being like, how tough are you?
I ate a bowl of nails for breakfast. Without any milk.
So what are y'all doing?
Yes, no.
Ralsei starts doing a line off of somebody's open wound and gets hammered.
Yeah. I guess I'll do an investigation, kind of peek in the window and see if I can kind of piece together what happened, I guess. Would that be
All right.
investigation?
Sure.
Eight.
I'll still.
Yeah, no, you don't know the specifics of what happened, but it's still this tavern still seems to be in full operation. It's just a shitty place. It's the kind of bar where you go and you genuinely think their beer might actually be piss.
Great.
Like, this is the kind of place where if you were to touch the floor of the bathroom, you would have to chemically clean your hands somehow or chop your hands off.
Me.
I walk up to Raza and Tiger and put my hands on their shoulders, kind of reaching up and then also reaching down. And be like, great, this place looks like the type of place that I'm used to being. Let's go. And I walk right in the front door.
Yep.
And then look around, seeing if I can see...
Which is, like, not there, by the way. It's just a hole in the wall, basically.
And I look around, seeing if, just perception, looking to see if I can see the orc that we're supposed to be looking for.
Alright, go for it.
I think my perception's only a +1. Let me double check. No, I was incorrect. It's +3.
That's pretty good.
22.
Yeah, you do not see the one you're looking for. You see a couple of half-orcs in here, but for the most part, everyone is giving you, like, a fucking death glare.
Alright, I'm following them in. I'm staying hidden behind Tiger's big leg.
Alright.
I'm just gonna glare right back.
Yeah, you can tell that, might not exactly be welcome around these parts. Hardener. Anyway. We're
They
not playing
don't take kindly to my type.
They don't take kindly, pussycat.
Alright, I'm gonna walk right up to the bar. Ignoring all the glaring patrons, and look for the bartender.
Yeah, the bartender is also glaring at you. It is everyone in this place.
Fuck you, Barky.
Bartender's just this surly-looking half-orc that's like...
Oh, there. Everyone
Like,
here?
That's like, so you know how, like, in, like, some media you see someone, like, spit in something and then wipe it?
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it half-assedly, so there's definitely some spit left in the tankards.
Ew.
I look at him.
Or a drink here.
I look at the barkeep and say, Floon Blagma. Ring any bells?
And just not really willing to open up and talk. He said, just goes, is that your name?
No. It's an orc. Friend of ours. Supposed to be here, but I don't see them around anywhere. So, any idea where they might be?
I don't know, but if there's a friends of yours, then get the fuck out like you.
Can I try and persuasion check this to try and get him to tell us, what he knows, so we can leave?
All right, go for it.
Such a good boy.
Come on.
You
Fucking
suck.
10. God damn it.
Yeah, not quite.
I guess I'll persuade him.
All right, go and try.
Hell yeah. 21. I rolled a 17.
That works.
Yeah.
It worked.
Sets the mug down, points over to there, and says, ask them. He's like, I don't get anybody's names around here.
I thank him, and I guess I go. I'll wait for the other two before I start moving. I don't want to do anything to upset nobody.
I won't say another word to the barkeep, and I'll just get up and walk over to the table here, kind of stand at the head of it, and say,
Yep.
Floon Blagma, ring any bells?
God. You mean the dumbasses with that drunk fat ass?
Care to elaborate?
Yeah, that's the one.
What do you say, Runa?
I said, care to elaborate? Which drunk fat ass?
You know, the drunk, all high and mighty type. Comes in here, dressed in the threads of a noble. Pretending like he's everyone's friend.
Volo, I'm assuming. I'm sure he said his name plenty of times.
That one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
you've seen Floon. Whereabouts is he? Any idea?
Well, he and the fucking arrogant one were around here drinking. The loud one left. And then this fucking rich bitch comes in and sits down with Floon.
Tell me more about this person. And I slap a gold dragon on the table.
Yep. Takes it. And says, well, from what I heard from the conversation, it was fucking Reynard Neverember.
Who?
Oh.
Alright, so I'm gonna type that down.
Mhm.
Fucking son of Lord Neverember. Comes waltzing in here in his fine clothes, in his fucking gilded fucking outfit. Looks just like his fucking dad. They sat around here drinking for a bit. They end up leaving and almost looked like at the same time this other bigger group left at the same time.
Hmm.
It was around midnight, I think.
Did you ever hear anything?
Not much. I'm just mostly making fun of him.
Hmm.
We dumbass and a fucking the son of Lord Neverember.
So did you see what Floon got off to after they left?
Well, I've seen him. I work down by the docks. I know I've seen him going around a warehouse out that way. It's off Candle Lane. Snake on the door.
All right, thank you very much for that information. I pass him another gold dragon.
Well,
If there's anything else you could tell me.
I just appreciate that you seem to have some common sense.
Balls away.
So is that about the extent of the information that we're going to get from this guy?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
He seems like
he's just going back to his drinking.
a good chap.
Well, I look at him and I say, well, if you happen to see that Lord's son show up again, keep your ear out, and or Floon happens to come back, again, keep an ear out. And if you hear anything, come to the Yawning Port and ask for Captain Shayde. It might be more golden for you if you're interested.
Well, I'll definitely keep my ear out for the nice ring of gold there.
And since we're acquainted now, what was your name?
Gordon.
Could you write that in the chat there?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, I'll simply just say, alright, well, thank you very much. You've been most helpful. As I tag, I think we have what we need.
Does that mean we can leave now?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, and I, real quick, just kind of make my way out.
Yeah, of this extremely inhospitable place.
They're all scary.
Well, I think we should go and check out this warehouse. Seems the best option. I mean, it's either that or go and talk to Lord of Waterdeep. I prefer not to. Let's go and try and find Floon. You think?
He.
To be honest with you, I don't know what the son of a lord has anything to do with any of this. I feel like we're getting in a little bit deeper than things initially seemed, but it's a lot of gold on the line.
We'll just have to be careful.
Oh, indeed.
Where the fuck did that voice come from?
Ah!
Mysterious voice from the sky, is that you?
Jesus!
Yes, it's me, dude. Alright. So yeah, leaving the Skewered Dragon, wanting to get out of this shithole as fast as possible. No longer dealing with the smell of mildew, the broken glass, the probably infected drink there, and, you know, God knows what they fucking serve for meat.
Yeah.
Heading on your way. Let's see here. Where's this camera? Thank you. Snap players to view.
Ah!
Heading on your way. From down here in Fillet Lane all the way to Candle Lane.
That's a walk.
Yep. All right. And I think that's a good stopping place for now.